If you have a retaining wall on your property, pause for a moment and listen carefully. Because there is a silent mistake hiding behind thousands of walls, in South Africa, in the UK, all over the world. A mistake so invisible, so deadly, that by the time you notice it, your wall is already leaning, your soil is already pushing, and your house could be the next victim. And here's the truth nobody tells you: builders know this mistake. Inspectors warn about it, but home buyers, they almost never see it coming. So today, I'm exposing the hidden failures that destroys retaining walls, collapses gardens, sinks foundations, and cracks homes from the inside out. And I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it before it becomes a six-figure nightmare. Whether you're building, buying, or already living next to a retaining wall, this might be the most important warning you hear this year. Hey family, it's Lady C, and today, we're going deep. Deeper than the soil packed behind your retaining wall, deeper than the shortcuts some builders swear you'll never notice, and definitely deeper than the lies homeowners are fed when things start cracking, sliding, and collapsing. Listen, I've seen walls fail with my own eyes. Not in a textbook, in real life. I'm building in Swaziland right now, and the things I've discovered on site. They will shock you. Some of these mistakes are so reckless, so dangerous, that I'm honestly surprised more houses haven't fallen. So today, I'm not just talking, I'm exposing. If you have a retaining wall, if your garden is cut into a slope, or if your house sits anywhere near moving soil, you need to hear this. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video, because trust me, what you're about to learn could save someone's home. Family, take a close look at this picture, because this is how a retaining wall fails. Not magically, not suddenly, but slowly, silently, and dangerously. What you're seeing on the left is water buildup, water trapped behind the wall because there's no proper drainage. And when water gets trapped, it doesn't sit quietly. It creates hydrostatic pressure, one of the most powerful forces in construction. And look at the house on the right. If this wall collapses, the water and soil will move toward the house, cracking foundations, shifting the ground, and causing major structural damage. This is why so many retaining walls collapse around the world. Not because the blocks are weak, but because the drainage is wrong. Family, this is the hidden danger sitting behind thousands of homes right now. Let me pause right here and ask you a question, family. Have you ever checked what's behind your retaining wall? Do you know if there's drainage, or could this exact problem be happening at your home right now? Drop your answer in the comments, because you'd be shocked how many homeowners discover the danger too late. Before we go any deeper, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, and share, because as we uncover the truth behind retaining walls, you might just save your home, or someone else's. Look closely, water is building up behind the wall with nowhere to go. No proper drainage, no gravel, no escape. Even though you see a drainage pipe, it's useless, because it's in the wrong place, with the wrong backfill, and the wall has the wrong footing. This is why walls collapse near homes. Not because the blocks are weak, but because the drainage system is a disaster. Family, if you own a retaining wall, check what's behind it. Your home could depend on it. Family, this is what proper retaining wall drainage looks like. Look at the layers: soil at the back, clean gravel in the middle, a geotextile fabric separating the two, and finally, a drainage pipe at the bottom doing its job. Asterisk, this system allows water to move down through the gravel. Not build up behind the wall. No pressure, no leaning, no collapse. When builders follow this method, the wall stays strong. When they skip it, that's when disasters happen. Always make sure your retaining wall has proper drainage. It's the difference between a wall that protects your home and a wall that destroys it. Family, this is proper retaining wall drainage, and every layer matters. Soil holds water. We give that water a way out. Gravel backfill, clean stone, not soil. It lets water move. Geotextile fabric, keeps soil out so the system doesn't clog. And at the bottom, the hero, the perforated pipe that carries water away. When builders use these materials, and install them properly, the wall stays strong. But when they cut corners, use soil instead of gravel, skip the fabric, or lay the wrong pipe, that's when retaining walls start to lean, crack, and collapse. Always check what's happening behind your wall. Because proper drainage doesn't just protect your retaining wall, it protects your entire home. Family, now that you've seen how hydrostatic pressure builds behind a retaining wall and slowly pushes it forward, let's talk about the next silent killer. Poor foundation or footing failure. Every retaining wall, no matter how beautiful, is only as strong as the foundation beneath it. The footing is the base that spreads the weight of the wall, keeps it stable, and stops it from sliding forward. But here's the truth: in many residential builds, especially in Africa, the UK, and South Africa, this footing is either too small, built on soft soil, or completely missing. Every retaining wall, no matter how beautiful, is only as strong as the foundation beneath it. The footing is the base that spreads the weight of the wall, keeps it stable, and stops it from sliding forward. But here's the truth, in many residential builds, especially in Africa, the UK, and South Africa, this footing is either too small, built on soft soil, or completely missing. Family, let's break this down so you can see the danger. When the soil behind the wall becomes wet and heavy, two forces hit the wall: right arrow a forward push, right arrow a downward push. That downward pressure settles into the soil beneath the footing. If the foundation is weak, the ground sinks, the footing tilts, and the entire wall starts sliding forward. This is why so many walls fail at the bottom, not the top. Now let me show you mistakes builders never admit. Mistake 1, no footing. Some walls sit directly on soil. No base, no reinforcement. Mistake 2, footing too small. The base is too narrow for the wall's height. Mistake 3, weak ground. Soft, uncompacted soil can't carry the weight. Mistake 4, no key footing. A key stops sliding, many builders skip it. Mistake 5, poor alignment. If the footing isn't level, the wall leans from day one. Family, here are the signs your retaining wall is already in danger. Checkmark cracks at the base of the wall. Checkmark the wall leaning forward. Checkmark gaps between the wall and soil. Checkmark footing exposed or crumbling. Checkmark bulging in the middle of the wall. Checkmark drainage water running under the footing. These symptoms mean the foundation is losing strength fast. If you're building or buying property, listen carefully, because this can save you thousands. A proper footing must be checkmark deep enough to resist soil movement. Checkmark wide enough to support the weight. Checkmark reinforced with steel. Checkmark built on compacted ground. Checkmark designed with a key to stop sliding. Checkmark paired with proper drainage. When builders cut corners on the foundation, the wall is guaranteed to fail. It's not a maybe. Let me show you one of the biggest lies in residential construction. Builders will proudly show you the front of your retaining wall, but they will never show you what's sitting behind it. Because behind thousands of walls across Africa, the UK, and South Africa, sits a hidden disaster waiting to happen. Wrong backfill material, and I'm not exaggerating, this mistake alone destroys more retaining walls than people realize. Let me expose this. Behind your retaining wall, builders are meant to use clean 20mm drainage gravel. But what do many of them use instead? Clay soil, sand, garden soil, construction rubble, broken bricks, whatever is lying around on site. Because it's cheap, it's fast, and they think you'll never notice. Let me break this down in simple terms. Soil holds water, gravel releases water. When builders use soil, water gets trapped. Pressure builds, the wall starts bulging, you will see cracks, leaning, and eventually collapse. When builders use soil, water gets trapped. Pressure builds, the wall starts bulging, you will see cracks, leaning, and eventually collapse. Family, this is the right method. Checkmark 20mm drainage gravel. Checkmark layers compacted properly. Checkmark gravel wrapped in geotextile fabric. Checkmark soil only above the top of the wall, not behind it. Checkmark drainage pipe placed at the bottom. Backfill is the one part of the retaining wall you never see, but it's the first thing that will destroy your wall. If you are building or buying, always ask, what backfill did you use? Because soil doesn't lie. When the rain comes, it will expose everything. Family, let me tell you something painful. Many retaining walls are beautifully built on the outside, but empty on the inside. No steel, no geogrid, no reinforcement at all, and that is why they collapse when pressure hits. A retaining wall is not just blocks stacked on top of each other. It is a structure designed to resist massive pressure. Without reinforcement, your wall is fighting water and soil with nothing but hope. Reinforcement types: checkmark rebar, checkmark geogrid layers extending into the soil. Checkmark concrete footing with steel. Checkmark tiebacks anchored into the slope. Builders skip reinforcement because you can't see it. This is where it gets dangerous. Without reinforcement, crossmark wall cracks. Crossmark blocks separate. Crossmark bulging occurs. Crossmark the wall collapses under pressure. Family, retaining walls without reinforcement fail suddenly. No warning, no mercy. When builders rush, they dump soil behind the wall without compacting it in layers. Loose soil settles over time, creating voids, gaps, and uneven pressure on the wall. The moment the soil drops even a few millimeters, the wall shifts. Effects: checkmark leaning, checkmark cracks, checkmark bowing, checkmark foundation movement. Checkmark water pathways forming behind wall. This is why walls fail even without rain. Compaction takes time and machinery, so builders skip it. They just throw soil in and walk away. Poor compaction is one of the most silent killers of retaining walls, and most homeowners don't even know what it looks like. Let me show you the signs that your wall is already in danger. When you see dips, depressions, or the soil dropping behind your retaining wall, that's not just settling, that's a warning. It means the soil wasn't compacted properly in layers, and now it's sinking. And when the soil sinks, the wall starts to move. If your wall is no longer straight, even by a few millimeters, family, that is not normal. Poor compaction creates uneven pressure behind the wall, and the wall starts to tilt. Forward or backward, both are signs of failure. Most people think cracks at the top mean the wall is old. No, family, that is poor compaction pulling your wall apart. When the soil drops behind it, the top of the wall loses support and begins to crack. If you can see your drainage pipe, that is a major red flag. The pipe should be buried deep inside the compacted gravel layer. If it's exposed, it means the soil has washed away or was never compacted properly to begin with. Poor compaction doesn't shout, it whispers. But the signs are there, and if you catch them early, you can save your retaining wall before it collapses. Next video, Lady C builds the retaining wall on site. Family, today we exposed the mistakes. We uncovered the lies, and we saw exactly why retaining walls fail around the world. But the story doesn't end here, because in the next video, I'm taking you on site with me, in Swaziland, to show you how to build a retaining wall the right way. Not theory, not diagrams, real construction, real materials, real challenges, and the real methods that make a retaining wall stand strong for decades. I'm going to show you, checkmark how we dig and prepare the footing. Checkmark how we compact the soil properly. Checkmark how we install real drainage. Live checkmark how we place the geotextile fabric. Checkmark how we build the block wall layer by layer. Checkmark and the exact technique that stops cracking, leaning, and collapse. Family, you are going to watch this wall being built with your own eyes. So if you've ever wondered how a retaining wall should be built, if you want to protect your home, or if you're thinking of building on a slope, the next video is the one you cannot miss. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, comment below, and share it with someone who needs to protect their property. Because next time, family, we are going on site. This is Lady C, and I'll see you in the next episode, where we don't just talk about retaining walls, we build them.